Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Klishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine. Shlokam Subhujo Duddharo Vagni Mahendro Vasudo Vasuhu naikarūpo bṛhadrūpaḥ śipiviṣṭaḥ prakāṣanaḥ. So we have seen Vasudo Vasuhu. Okay. Now naikarūpaḥ. Next name is naikarūpaḥ. Naikarūpaḥ. Here Parashara Bhatta starts another topic. He says, Asa yathokta mahimnochita vaishvarūpyam. The big form, huge form, the divine form of Bhagavan with the divine qualities as specified. That is explained from here. Okay. Now, naikarūpa. What is the meaning for naikarūpa? He says, tat sarva pratiti yogya rūpa. The form that which is perceivable by everyone. That is naikarūpa. Okay. And Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says, na ekaṛūpa iti naikarūpa. One form which does not have one single form is what is called as, it can be interpreted as one that which does not have any form or one which has all the forms. So that is what is naikarūpaḥ. Okay. No, naikarūpaḥ is a akaranta. Therefore, the fourth case is naikarūpāya. So the namavali is Om naikarūpāya namaha. Om naikarūpāya namaha. Om naikarūpāya namaha. Om naikarūpāya namaha. Bhāṣya. Ekaṃ rūpamasya na vidyate iti naikarūpaḥ. Na ekaṛūpaḥ. That is what is naikarūpaḥ. Na vidyate. What does not exist? Na vidyate means does not exist. What does not exist? Ekaṛūpam. One form. One form does not exist for this is called as a ekaṃ rūpam. One form does not exist is called as a naikarūpaḥ. How do you know? It has multiple forms. So he says, indro māyābhiḥ pururūpa īyate iti śruteḥ. Shruti says, Indraha, the Ishvara, māyābhiḥ, avidyarūpabhiḥ, through his ignorance, pururūpa, bahurūpa, multiple forms, īyate, he takes. Ishvara takes multiple forms due to the maya or ignorance. Okay. Then jyotīṃṣi, that is Shruti. And he is also quoting Smriti. Jyotīṃṣi viṣṇuḥ ityādismṛteśca. From Vishnu Purana, he says, Jyotīṃṣi viṣṇuḥ. So all these divine lights, they are Vishnu. So that is also, that also explains that he has multiple different effulgent forms. Okay. Now, next name is bṛhadrūpaḥ. Bṛhadrūpaḥ. So he had multiple forms. That is explained. So to continue the story, Parashara Bhatta says, ekaṃ eva divya vyomakāṣam vyāpnuvat bṛhadrūpamasya. Each form of his, multiple forms which we said, each one of his forms are those divine forms which pervade the ether, the space. Okay. That kind of huge forms they are. That is what is called as bṛhadrūpaḥ. And Bhagavan Bhāśyakara's bṛhat means great, big, huge. Okay. Rūpa means form. One who has a huge form is a bṛhadrūpaḥ. In that meaning, he explains. Bṛhadrūpaḥ akaranta. Therefore, fourth case is bṛhadrūpāya. Namavali is Om bṛhadrūpāya namaha. Om bṛhadrūpāya namaha. Om bṛhadrūpāya namaha. Om bṛhadrūpāya namaha. Bhāṣya. Bṛhat mahat vasudhātalam bibhrat varāhādirūpe rūpamasyeti bṛhadrūpaḥ. Bṛhat means mahat, huge. Huge means vasudhātalam bibhrat, huge form in which, what is huge? We see a huge tree. What is this here? Huge tree. That is also huge. So we are not talking about that kind of huge. We are talking about the huge in the sense of vasudhātalam bibhrat, the huge which holds the vasudhātalam, the earth. A huge form that could hold the earth like a toy. Not even in his hand, he is holding it on its the teeth, in between his teeth. in the form of a varāhādirūpamasyeti, pig form, boar form, right? So iti asya iti, this is the form, therefore he is called as bṛhadrūpaḥ. Okay, now śipiviṣṭaḥ, next name is śipiviṣṭaḥ. So here śipiviṣṭaḥ, śipi means rashmi, the sun rays, and viṣṭaḥ means praviṣṭaḥ, enters, vyapta, one who pervades the sun rays, that is what is śipiviṣṭaḥ. Okay, this is one meaning, one of the meanings given by Bhagavan Bhāṣikara. Bhagavan Bhāṣikara gives two meanings. One is śipiviṣṭaḥ. Śipi means cows. One who enters the cow, exists in the cow in the form of yajña is called as śipiviṣṭaḥ, the yajñamūrtiḥ. Okay, that is the first meaning. Second meaning is śipi means again the sun rays. One who enters that sun ray, one who exists in that sun ray is called as a śipiviṣṭaḥ. We'll understand the meaning later, but this is the meaning Bhagavan Bhāṣikara gives. Two meanings Bhagavan Bhāṣikara gives. Okay, now śipiviṣṭaḥ akaranta, therefore the fourth case will be śipiviṣṭāya. So the namavali is Om śipiviṣṭāya namah, Om śipiviṣṭāya namah, Om śipiviṣṭāya namah, Om śipiviṣṭāya namah. Bhāṣya. śipayaḥ paśavaḥ. Śipi means paśu. Okay, cattle. teṣu viṣati pratitiṣṭhati, viṣapraveshane, to enter. He exists in there. Pratitiṣṭhati means he is established in it, in the form of yajñarūpeṇeti, in the form of yajñarūpa, in the form of yajña, fire operation. Therefore he is called as śipiviṣṭaḥ, means yajñamūrtiḥ, the form of fire operation. That is what is śipiviṣṭaḥ. Okay, cattle is a very important, cow is a very important part, like in the paśu-māyābhiḥ, there are jyotīṃṣi paśu-māyābhiḥ, jyotīṃṣi yaga, etc. It's very, very great yaga. There for cattle, paśu is a very important material for fire operation. Okay, so therefore he says that is the form of Viṣṇuḥ himself. Yajño, how do you know this? Yajño, and in fact, in the yajñas, the tender, the money which you transfer to the person who performs the yajña is not cash or gold and things like that. Though they may be also given, but the main thing is, the main transaction is cattle. So this fellow should be given this many cattle. This fellow should be given this many cattle. There are rules for that. Okay. No. Yajño vai viṣṇuḥ paśavaḥ śipihi yajña eva paśuṣu pratitiṣṭhati. Taittiriya Samhita says yajña is Viṣṇuḥ and paśu is the śipi, and in that form yajña, in the form of yajña, that Viṣṇuḥ who is established in that paśu is called a śipiviṣṭaḥ. Okay. śruteḥ. Then you can take another meaning also. śipayaḥ raśmayasteṣu. Śipi also means rashmi, the solar sun rays. teṣu niviṣṭa, viṣṭa viṣapraveshane, niviṣṭa niviṣṭa, praviṣṭa praviṣṭa. He enters or he is established in it, therefore he is called as a śipiviṣṭaḥ. How do you know this? What does that mean? Existing in the rays, sun rays. This is a very beautiful scientific phenomenon. In fact, even before these people, they understood in term science. See the science. They have established a charkas form in Australia and Scotland, etc. They should have to establish the form of a vyasa actually. So what does he say? Shaitya-chayana-yoga-cha shiti-vari prachakshate tatpānādrakṣanāt-chaiva śipayo raśmayo matah teṣu praveshād-vishvesha śipiviṣṭa ihochyate. Vyasa uchishta jagat sarvam. They have a statement. Everything, the whole world is uchishta, the leftover of Vyasa. Whatever, if Vyasa has touched everything. See this, you will understand. Shaityat-chayana-yoga. Shaityat-chayana-yoga means Shaityat-chayana-yoga. Shaityat, because it is cold to touch. Sheetasparshavatyapaha, that is the definition for water, that which has cold touch. Okay, shaitya, because it is cold. Shayana yoga cha, because it is something which is in which which is eligible for sleeping on. Water is eligible? No, you can't sleep, I can't sleep, but Vishnu sleeps in this water bed. Okay, so Shayana yoga cha, shiti vari prachakshate. Shiti is vari, she is vari, water. Okay, now tatpanat rakshanat cha eva. What do you do? What do we do with water? We do the pani, we drink water. Pa rakshani, we protect water, right? So because of drinking and protecting that, śipayaḥ raśmayasteṣu mata. He is not talking about us. He is talking about the rashmis, the sun rays. What does sun ray do? It takes the water as water vapor, drinks it, in a sense, right? And it protects also the water by dropping it somewhere else. So śipayaḥ raśmayasteṣu. See, this idea of sun rays taking the water is something which we studied in school, and that is found somewhere later. But see this, such an old text. It says that water, sun rays take the water, okay, as water vapor. Teṣu praveshat, and protects them. Teṣu praveshat, since the Lord enters, Vishvesha, the Lord of earth, since he is a Lord of everything, he enters that śipiviṣṭaḥ. He is called as śipiviṣṭaḥ. Okay, now next is prakāṣanah. Parāśara Bhatta says divyam rūpam arjunādibhyah asau prakāṣyati. He displayed his divine form, the viṣṇuḥ form. He displayed it to Arjuna, etc. So that is why he is called as prakāṣana. Since he is illumining his form, therefore he is called as prakāṣana. Bhagavan Bhāśyakara says the self is that which is it illumines everything. Therefore, that is its nature. Therefore, it is called as prakāṣana. Okay, prakāṣana akaranta. Therefore, fourth case will be prakāṣanāya. So the namavali is Om Prakāṣanāya Namaha. Om Prakāṣanāya Namaha. Om Prakāṣanāya Namaha. Om Prakāṣanāya Namaha. Bhāṣya. Sarvesham prakāṣanaṣīlatvad prakāṣanah. Since the self is that which illumines everything. Tasya bhāsa sarvamidam vibhāti. Because of its effulgence, everything is illumined. Therefore, his self is called as prakāṣanah. Okay, next shloka. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Ojah tejah dyutidhara. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Ojas tejo dyutidhara. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Ruddha spashta aksharaha mantraha. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Chandramshuhu bhaskara dyutihi. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. In the beginning, Ojas tejo dyutidharaha. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Ojas tejo dyutidharaha. Prakāṣātma pratapanaha. Ruddha spashtaksharo mantraha. Chandramshur bhaskara dyutihi. Names are ojas tejo dyutidharah, one name, generally one name. Okay, prakashatma, we'll understand the meaning why I say general. Okay, prakashatma, second name, pratapana, third name, three names in the first line. Then Ruddha, Spashtaksharah, Mantraha, Chandramshu, Bhaskara Dvitihi. 5 names in the second line. 5 plus 3, 8 names totally in the shloka. Okay. Ojas Tejo Dvitidharha. I said generally it is one name. We'll understand that meaning. Okay. Now, Ojaha means Balam, strength. Okay. And Tejaha means Parabhiva Samarthya. The capability to overpower others or name and fame. That is also Tejaha. Dyutihi means Aujvalyam, the effulgence. That is called as Dyutihi. So, Ojas Tejo Dyutidhara Tan Dharatiti. One who supports them, one who holds them. That is called, that Vishnu is called as Ojas Tejo Dyutidhara. Okay. Now, Bhagavan Bhāṣakara says, he gives two meanings. One is general and another is special. General means Ojaha, means the strength of prana, that is Ojaha. Tejaha means the valor, etc. The valor, etc. qualities which you see, that is Tejaha. And Dyutihi means the effulgence. So, one who holds, one who supports, one who is the substratum for all these is called as Ojas Tejo Dyutidharha. That is the general meaning. Now, he says, you can also accept these as three names. Ojaha, Tejaha, Dyutidharha. Okay, so that also is possible. We will understand that later. Now, Ojas Tejo Dyutidharha is Akaranta. Therefore, the Namavali is the fourth case is Ojas Tejo Dyutidharaya. Namavali is Om Ojas Tejo Dyutidharaya Namaha. 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 Okay, this is accepting it to be one name. If you accept it to be three names, Tejaha, Tejaya. Okay, Om Tejaya Namaha. Om Tejaya Namaha. Om Tejaya Namaha. And Ojaha, Ojaya. Om Ojaya Namaha. Om Ojaya Namaha. Om Ojaya Namaha. And Dyutidharaha, Dyutidharaya. Om Dyutidharaya Namaha. Om Dyutidharaya Namaha. Om Dyutidharaya Namaha. Therefore, we'll have Om Ojaya Namaha. Om Tejaya Namaha. Om Dyutidharaya Namaha. Okay, three names. We'll see this. Bhāṣya. This is Ojaha Prana Balam. The strength of prana. Any strength, that is because of the prana, right? So, prana balam. Tejaha means Shauryadayo Gunaha. The strength, the qualities, like the valor, etc. That is Tejaha. And Dyutihi means Deeptihi. Dyu Prakashane. From that root word, be effulgence. Be effulgent. Ta Dharayati. One who supports them. One who is the substratum for them. He is called as Ojas Tejo Dyutidharha. Okay? No. Otherwise, you can say Ojaha, Tejaha iti namadvayam. You can accept Ojaha, Tejaha as two names. Then, what about Dyutidhara? Dyutidhara is the third name. Not Oja Dyutidharaya, Teja Dyutidharaya. Not like that. Ojaha, Teja is independent names and Dyutidhara is the third name. Okay? Namadhyam. How do you accept that as two different names? Because Bhagavan says, Balam Balavatam Chaham tejastejasvinā-maham iti Bhagavat Vachanat. Bhagavan says, Balam Balavatam Chaham. Aham Balam Balavatam. Balavatam Balam. I am the strength of the people with strength. Whatever strength you see in people, that strength belongs to him. He is in that form. Meaning, if you see a wrestler, the power of wrestling in him is Ishvara. If you see a musician, that music, the quality to produce that good, beautiful music, that is his form. If you see a dancer, the dance she performs or he performs, that dance is the quality of Ishvara. Anything which is great, that is because of Ishvara. Okay, that is Ishvara. Now, tejastejasvinā-maham, the valor, etc. qualities, whatever qualities you see, that good qualities is also him. Therefore, iti Bhagavan very clearly, categorically says this. Dhyutim jnana akshanam deeptim dharayati iti dhyutidhara. Dhyutidhara means one who supports, one who holds the dhyuti, the prakasha, the deepti, the effulgence in the form of knowledge. His nature is, inherent nature is knowledge. Therefore, dhyutidharaha. Okay, that is the third name. Now, prakashatma. Fourth, the next name, prakashatma. Prakashatma. Parashara Bhatta says, Murkhirapi sampratipanna paraprabhavaha. Even the fools, even the idiots can understand his great quality. That is the effulgence. That is the nature. Prakashatma. Okay, that is the effulgence he has. Now, everywhere, whatever you see, even the idiots, they can understand that. That's what he says. But the idiots, they don't understand. That's the problem. That is the great blessing of idiots. Prakashatma. Prakasha Swarupa Atma is a Prakashatma. One who is of the nature of knowledge, effulgence. That is why he is called as Prakashatma. Okay? Prakashatma. I said Atma is the base word is Atman. Whatever is added before, if it has Atma, then it is Atman. Prakashatman. That is the base word. Prakashatman plus fourth case A. Prakashatmane. So, Namavali is Om Prakashatmane Namaha. Om Prakashatmane Namaha. Om Prakashatmane Namaha. Om Prakashatmane Namaha. Bhāṣya. Prakasha Swarupaha Atma Yasya Sa Prakashatma. Prakasha, effulgence means consciousness, knowledge. One who is of the inherent nature of consciousness or knowledge is called as Prakashatma. Pratapanaha. Next name is Pratapanaha. Tapa, dahe, to produce heat, to burn. Okay. So now Pratapanaha. Parashara Bhatta says, Bhāsastava ugraha pratapanti. Your effulgence is so great that it burns everything. Okay, it produces great amount of heat. Now, Bhagavan Bhāshikara says, in the form of sun, etc., you are the one who is burning or producing heat here. Okay, that is meaning of Pratapanaha by Bhagavan Bhāshikara. Pratapanaha akaranta. Therefore, the fourth case is Pratapanaya. So the Namavali is Om Pratapanaya Namaha. Om Pratapanaya Namaha. Om Pratapanaya Namaha. Om Pratapanaya Namaha. Pratapanaha. Bhāṣya. Savitrādi vibhūtibhihi Vishvam Pratapeti Pratapanaha. One who illumines or one who burns or produces heat in the form of sun, etc., is called as a Pratapanaha. One who burns or produces heat to heat up this earth, etc. But wait. Savitrādi, we know sun produces the heat. Why should you have to add etc.? See, the Vaishnavas, they accept Sankarshana also in a form which produces heat. Okay, or you can see during the time of sustenance in the form of Sankarshana, in the form of Savitra, Surya, he produces heat. During time of creation, as Sankarshana, he produces heat because to burn, to produce things. Now, during the time of dissolution, in the form of Rudra, etc., he is the one who produces heat. Okay, to burn everything down. So, therefore, Adi means it can be Sankarshana or Rudra or whoever. Okay, Sankarshana, Pratapanaha. Next is Riddhaha. Riddhaha. So, Riddhaha means Parashara Bhatta says, Kulam Mudvahad Parvana Arnava Iva. As though Parvana, Paurnami, it's the full moon day. Okay, Arnava, ocean. During the full moon, the ocean will be rising very high. Now, the tides will be high, and it will as though swallow. It will also carry away the shore. Kulam udvahata. It will carry away the shore, right? So, Like that, he is one who, though he is one who produces heat and destroys things, he is the one who takes you in. That is the idea here. Okay. Now, vruddha means rudu vruddho dhatu, to grow. Means in the form of jnana, vairagya, aishwarya, etc. He is the one who grows in you. Ruddha. Ruddha is also akaranta. Therefore, ruddha is the fourth case. Namavali is Om Ruddhaya Namaha. Om Ruddhaya Namaha. Om Ruddhaya Namaha. Om Ruddhaya Namaha. Bhāṣya. Jnana, dharma, jnana, vairagya upetatvad ruddha. He is endowed with the dharma, jnana, vairagya, etc. Aishwarya. All this in full form. Absolute form. Therefore, he is called as Ruddha. Okay. Spashtaksharaha. Next name is Spashtaksharaha. Spashtaksharaha. Parashara Bhatta says, through that Ruddhi, taking you in, Pratipadyaya Spashtikrita Vedakshara. Through that Ruddhi, through that strength to establish, he is the one who makes clear the meaning of the Vedas. See, the beauty is he is the one who gives you the strength to understand the Vedas, and he is the subject matter or the object of that Vedic meaning also, the Vedic words also. Okay, the meaning of those Vedic words also. So that is why he is called as Spashtakshara. On Bhagavan Bhashikara says Spashta means clear, Udata, and Akshara means Omkara. Omkara in the form of Omkara, the Udata Omkara, he is a Spashtakshara, he is clear. He is the clear sound. Spashtakshara, Akaranta, therefore, the fourth case will be Spashtaksharaya. The Namavali is Om Spashtaksharaya Namaha. Om Spashtaksharaya Namaha. Om Spashtaksharaya Namaha. Om Spashtaksharaya Namaha. Bhāṣya. Spashtam. Udatam. Spashtam means udatam. Udata, anudata, svarita. There are three ways of pronouncing the same that is udata, a normal form. Anudata means when you suppress it. That is anudata. Svarita means okay. Now, which is clear? So is clear, right? Udata is clear. There is another swarita called dirgha swarita. Okay, we are not entering into it. We are talking about the udata, which is the clear form of pronouncing. Udata, spashtam, that is why clear. Okay, Omkara laksham aksharam. Omkara is the akshara. Akshara means syllable. Omkara is accepted to be one syllable. U, ma, we say. U, im is om. A, U, M is om. But om is one syllable character. It's one character. Okay, that is how it is accepted. It is not accepted to be multiple character. Omkara is one character. When you break it, it will be like that. U, M, etc. Okay. So, asyeti, that is what that one clear in the form of omkara. Why you have taken omkara? Not E, etc. Omkara because, see, tasya vācakah pranavaha. In Yoga Sutra, the name for Ishvara is Om. Okay, so the Om is the name for Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat is the name for Ishvara. Om is Ishvara. Now, this is the word meaning. And there is also the implied meaning. Om, the implied meaning of Om is Ishvara. So, the word meaning and implied meaning, both for Om, for both Om, word meaning and Om implied meaning is Ishvara himself. That is why we have taken Om. Spashtaksharaha, we will see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamitam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.